Last lecture, I have discussed some parts of the IoT and what other components are required for IoT. This I have discussed on the last lecture. Okay, and now I am going to elaborate as in briefly the Arduino part of the IoT. Okay, so Arduino is one of the important part if you want to design any project in the IoT. And here you can see in this diagram, you can see there are the various configuration of the Arduino chip. Okay, you can see the Arduino Uno, Arduino BT, LilyPad Arduino, Arduino Mini, Arduino Nano. Okay, these are used for the various purpose. Okay, Arduino Nano and Arduino Mini, these are also mainly used for the portable electronic device applications. Okay, next here you can see in I have shown I am going to show you the one table where the different kinds of the Arduinos are mentioned, and here you can see the different dimensions. Normally the Arduino Uno and the Arduino Nano. Okay, Arduino Uno is the medium size, Arduino Nano the smaller size, and the Arduino Duo and Arduino Mega, these are the bigger size. Okay, and with respect to the size also, you will have the processor, CPU processor, and the power. In case of the Arduino Uno, 16 megahertz at Mega 328 processor is normally used. For Arduino Nano also always, same kinds of the frequency and the processor is used. But for case of the Arduino Duo and Arduino Mega, for case of the Arduino Duo, you can see 84 megahertz and the different kinds of the 8091 SAM 3x80 processor is used. And voltage is also same for the all the Arduino's 5-volt power supply is used except the Arduino Duo. And now come to the memory size. Memory size is same almost for the Arduino Duo, Arduino and the Arduino Duo. 32 KB, 1 KB EEPROM, and 2 KB RAM. But for case of the Arduino Duo, you can see the 500 KB ROM and the 96 KB RAM. And for case of the Arduino Mega, so 256 KB ROM, 8 KB RAM, and 5 volt for EEPROM is also used. And here I coming normally the Arduino Uno is normally used for various IoT applications, and Arduino Duo and Arduino Mega, that is depends on the based on the application. And the Arduino Nano, that is normally used for the electronic portable electronic applications. Arduino Uno board. In Arduino Uno board, I have already told it is based on the one Atmega 328 processor, and it came from the one italic term, that is Uno, and it is on in the first time it is used in the year of 2018. It has the some features like Arduino Uno, the 5-volt power supply you can apply in the Arduino Uno, but you can vary the power supply from the 6 volt to 20 volt, and the diagram, digital pin, output pins, how many digital pins, 14 digital pins, and the 6 analog pins are used. What are these things I will discuss in the coming lecture. Processor I have already told, and the diagram, the memory size, that is also I have already explained. Now, here you can see in this diagram, that is the normal diagram of the Arduino Uno. Okay, so USB interface, here first I can show you the one LED pin 13. What does it mean? So here you can see there are the total 13 pins, and here 14 pins, and here totally some analog pins and some voltage power supply related pins. So above these pins are 1 to the 13 pins. These pins are associated with the digital input output pin. What does it mean? So if you want to give the digital signal through this pin to the external device, or if you want to collect the digital signal from the external device to the microcontroller, you can use those pins. And here you can see NO2, A5, these are the analog pins. If you want to just send analog information to the external device, or if you want to collect analog information inside the microcontroller, you need to use this external analog pins, 6 analog pins. Pin number 13, within inside the Arduino Uno board, there is a LED that is connected internally through the analog digital 13 pin. So you want to check whether the program is properly connected or not without connecting the external direct connection. You can see the whether the program is correct or not. You can use the LED 13 pin that I'll discuss in the coming lecture. So here the reset switch is also there. What is the purpose of the reset switch? That is normally used for suppose if you have uploaded one program, okay, to the microcontroller. Now somehow the program is not correct, or it is not executing. So you can press the reset button and you can again freshly upload the new program to the microcontroller. And USB port, that is normal is when you want to do any kind of the program, you need to connect the USB, this Arduino board to the computer by the help of the USB port. So this is the USB cable you can connect to through this USB port. This is the if you want to give the power supply to the Arduino, regular power regulator is also required. This is the DC power port. You need to use the another one kind of the adapter for connecting the power supply. Here so if you want to connect, if you want to build a one circuit where you need to give a different kind of the power supply or the ground connection. Suppose you need a one breadboard where you can connect the circuit component here from the this 5 volt ground. From this power supply you can give to the power to the breadboard, right? And microcontroller, this is one of the heart of the Arduino Uno. So whatever instruction or code you write in the Arduino software, that will be uploaded into the microcontroller, and the microcontroller will do and everything it can, and all entire kind of the program will be executed through this microcontroller, right? So clock oscillator is required for generating the oscillating frequency. This I'm not going to discuss in briefly. The power supply, normally AC to DC adapter is required. I have shown the power supply. You can see the right hand side diagram. There is a power button, okay, power port. Okay, here you can connect the AC to DC adapter. And now come to the input and output terminals. So this I have also already explained. So and then the diagram you can see the 14 pin digital pins are there and the 6 analog pins are available. You can want to activate whether the digital pins are input pins or output pins. Input pins means you are collecting information from the external device. That time these pins will be acted as the input pin. So for that, the pin mode functions, digital write, digital read, these kinds of the functions are required. If you want to send any kind of information, or if you want to collect any kind of information to the digital pins, like, or to the analog pins. Okay. Apart from that, you can see in the diagram there is one TX RX pin number 0 and pin number 1. Right, if you want to send any kind of the serial communication, if you want to transfer any kind of the serial data, that is based to the where you can send the serial data. Normally the TTL circuit or TTL transistor logic circuit chip is there. You can send that serial information to those transistor logic circuit from the microcontroller or from the Arduino Uno board. So you can use the this TXRX pin number 0 and pin number 1 pin. And pin number 2, pin number 3, these are also associated with the external pins. You can give the interrupt signal. So interrupt means, so you are executing one current program, you need to execute another kind of the program. Okay, so for that interrupt function is required, or interrupt signal is required. And now you can in the slide I have mentioned the pin number 3, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11. So in the diagram also you can see those pins. These pins are associated with the pulse width modulation. That means this is also associated with the analog information. If you want to use the analog write function, what is the purpose of the analog write? That I'll also discuss in next lecture. Here, for this purpose, you can use those pins. Okay, for PWM purpose. Pin number 13 that I have already discussed in the previous slide. Now, Now come to the how the Arduino board will execute. What are the components are required? How can perform the any kind of the program in the Arduino? Okay, these are shown one by one. Okay, so here normally what are the components are required? Okay, so one I told that there are the various kinds of the Arduino board. You can use the one kind of the Arduino board for based on your applications. Okay, the Arduino board is required, first one. So if you want to connect the Arduino board with the computer, you will require one USB cable and the computer. Okay, and for connecting the USB driver. Okay, for connecting the USB cable. Okay, you will need a USB driver, and also you need to install the Arduino IDE from the computer from the internet into the computer. So there is, you can see one the website. I have also downloaded the Arduino software from this website. You can copy this link and you can go to the link. You have to create a account. After that, you can download the Arduino file. Okay, there is a one Arduino online code. You can also write the code online through online without downloading the Arduino file. So that is not too much sufficient. Better you to download the Arduino software ID from this website. Okay, so you can download the file and you can the installation is very simple. You can easily install the Arduino software. Okay, Arduino ID. So one by instruction is written in this slide. So I'll show the this thing with the help of the diagram. Okay, uh, here first of all, when you install the Arduino IDE, okay, so then after installing the Arduino into the computer, you will have the USB port. This USB port you have to connect to the computer with the Arduino board. Otherwise, you cannot execute any kind of the program. And then you can open the Arduino software. This in the next slide I'll show the how to manually I'll show. Okay, so connect to then after installing you can open the ID, the Arduino IDE software. Okay, after opening the Arduino IDE software, there is a one page. In this page, this page is also called as a sketch. Here you can write the program. After writing the program, you can check whether any syntax error is there or not. And if any syntax error is not there, there will be a one option, that's the upload button. Once you click the upload file, the entire program will be uploaded on the hardware part of the Arduino. Okay, after that, you can also you can execute the program and you can check the output in software. There is one serial monitor window. Here you can check the output, and as well as you can, if you have the hardware circuit, here also you can see the output. Okay, so here I am show I have added some screenshot, but I can see I can show you from the Arduino. Okay, I can show you in the coming lecture.